Some call it the best night of sports in all of Philadelphia. We call it the Philadelphia Catholic League Semifinals from the Cathedral, from the Palestra. It's two of the league's best. Father Judge, the 6th seed, Archbishop Wood, the 1 seed, to get us underway here this afternoon. And then in the nightcap, Newman Goretti, Bonner Prendergast in a big-time heavyweight matchup. We will decide who goes to the finals here tonight. Hello, everybody. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. Bob Long, Carter Philman. His Philadelphia Catholic League semifinal debut. And then our buddy, Old Faithful, Huck Palmer. He's been here the last couple of years working with me. So thrilled to have the statistician, the man who watches more Catholic League basketball than anybody, with us. Carter, let's start with you. Father Judge, the 6th seed. It was the team that won it all last year, won a state championship. And maybe some might say they underachieved, but they had a 9-4 record. They had a championship-type matchup in the quarterfinals against Roman Catholic, a rematch of last year's final. And all they did was go on the road, dispatch the Kaolites, and return back to the Palestra for the 3rd year in a row.
Certainly not the regular season they probably would have expected, but they're getting the job done when it really counts. You know, this team is experienced, defending state and Catholic League champions. They have the engines to get it done, and it all starts with Derek Morton Rivera. I mean, a Temple commit, one of the most electric scorers in the Catholic League, in the Philadelphia region, if not the state. Man, he is so much fun to watch when he gets going. He had a great game against Roman Catholic in the quarterfinals. It's going to be fun.
And the new kids on the block are Archbishop Wood, Huck, and it's an Archbishop Wood program that under John Moscow has already won 2 Catholic League titles. Here's the problem. None of these young men have had the opportunity to play a significant role, really any role, in a championship run. They were a 10 seed last year, but with some of those same pieces, just 1 year older, here they are, the number 1 seed, only 1 loss in the regular season, a chance to lift another hubcap.
No doubt, Bob. So Wood, they started off a little rocky this year in the non-league part of the season. 4-5 overall in non-league, and then they lost their second game of the regular league play to Cardinal O'Hara, which was a loss that people didn't see expected. But since then, they ripped off 12 straight wins, counting their playoff win the other day. So I mean, they're led by a dynamic duo of Brady McAdams, who's headed to Marist, and junior Caleb Lundy, who fills off the stat columns.
Lundy is unbelievable, and I feel like, Tuck, that's the guy that drives the engine. Certainly Jenkins inside, McAdams can shoot the 3, but if Lundy isn't pushing the pace, getting the team into the half-court offense at times, that's when this team starts to struggle.
Absolutely. He thrives with pulling rebounds off the defensive glass and getting out in transition, finding guys getting to the rim. He's probably the second best player in the league of getting to the rim behind Corey Francis, who we'll see later. And you mentioned Jaden Jenkins. He gives them a presence that no other team in the league has in terms of shot blocking at the rim.
The two coaches, Carter, know each other extremely well. Chris Rowntree, head coach of Father Judge. He's turned around the culture here for the Crusaders. But he also spent 9 years under John Moscow, who had spent more than a decade under Carl Aragale. You're talking about 3 of the 4 coaches in this Final Four that all emanate from that Aragale coaching tree if you spin it all the way back. But these are 2 best of friends. You think about the win 2 years ago for Father Judge, kind of catapulted this Judge program. That was Chris Rowntree beating his mentor, and that first time he got over the hump.
Yeah, such a great story. You mentioned the coaching tree of Carl Aragale, one of the best coaches in Catholic League history, if not the best. I mean, his impact is felt throughout, and we'll see it later today as well. 2 fantastic programs for the Catholic League. We're in for a good one.
Tonight's broadcasts and the league in partnership with Blocks. This broadcast is presented by Blocks, where you can take your state income tax obligation, redirect it from Harrisburg, and send it to the local Catholic school of your choice. The best part is that you get a 90% tax credit refund for doing so. It really is the best program out there and the best kept secret. Blocks is trying to change that. Visit them online at blocks.org/tax credit. And Petrosky Physio has been a league partner for several years now. Find out more about Petrosky Physio, how they can help you in your sports injury journey, injury prevention, and much more. Check them out online at Petrosky Physio. These are anxious moments right here. Student sections are full.
I think
the 6 o'clock game. Go ahead, Carter.
I think the father judge student section was getting so loud they were shaking the basket down there, going up in the stands. It's one of the best atmospheres in Philadelphia right now.
Dan Hoban is a public address announcer, longtime public address announcer here for the Philadelphia Catholic League. His voice resonates around the palestra, and we will send it to him right now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the University of Pennsylvania's Palestra, college basketball's most historic gym. Tonight, the Philadelphia Catholic League presents 2026 Philadelphia Catholic League Boys Basketball Championship Semifinals. Our first game features the 6th-seeded Crusaders of Father Judge High School and the top-seeded Vikings of Archbishop Wood High School. Ladies and gentlemen, the Philadelphia Catholic League and the PIAA promote good sportsmanship among its student-athletes, coaches, officials, administrators, and fans. The use of foul, abusive, or threatening language or actions directed toward the student-athletes, officials, coaches, or other spectators will not be tolerated on our grounds for immediate dismissal from the palestra. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Enjoy today's game. Thank you for your continued support of Catholic education. Let us place ourselves in the presence of Almighty God and begin in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, on this Ash Wednesday, let this holy season be a time of grace for all of us gathered here this evening and in the world. Bless these student athletes and protect them from injury in this evening's contest, and give them the courage to inspire others while serving as strong examples of faith. We pray that you will positively impact our school communities, families, and all those gathered here tonight. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. We ask everyone to please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Hit the lights, it's time for basketball on the campus of the University of Pennsylvania. The biggest night in Philadelphia high school athletics. We'll put two teams in the final here tonight. Who will it be? We'll meet the starters for Father Judge.
First for the Vikings of Archbishop Wood. At a forward position, a senior 6 foot 4 inches tall, number 20, Brian Donahue. At forward, a juniors. Let's meet the lineup for the Crusaders of Father Judge. At a forward position, a senior 6 foot 6 inches tall, number 24, Max Mushinsky. At forward, a junior, 6'9" tall, number 2, Jeremiah Adeje. At guard, a senior, 6 foot tall, number 0, Rocco Westfield. At guard, a junior, 6'3" tall, number 3, Nazir Tyler. And at guard, a senior, 6'4" tall, number 44, Derek Morton Rivera. The head coach of the Crusaders is Chris Rowntree. The assistant coaches, Brian Bond, Jim Reeves, Bill Cook, Dan Reagan, Ryan Kilkenny, Will Brzukis, Lamont Cooper, Benny Perch, Mike Rossi, and Dave Waskowitz. And now the starting lineup for the Vikings of Archbishop Wood. At the forward position, a senior, 6'4" tall, number 20, Brian Donahue. At forward, a junior, 6'4" tall, number 2, Caleb Lundy. At center, a junior, 6'10" tall, number 11, Jaden Jenkins. At guard, a sophomore, 6 foot tall, number 0, Dylan Powell. And at guard, a senior, 6'4" tall, number 23, Brady McAdams. The head coach of the Vikings is John Moscow. The assistant coaches, Ed McCormick, Shane Kelly, Fresh Kimball, Mike Jordan, Joe Doherty, Tom Boyd, and Will Davis.
Thanks to Dan Hoban for getting us ready to go here tonight. Thanks to Jack Burns, who's on camera with us this evening. Carter, he's been with us and our crew all season long. He's as good as it gets on the camera. Huck Palmer is with us. Carter Philman with us. Bob Long, your officials tonight. John Presbolinski, Nate Alcott, Kevin Clay. This is a big assignment for these guys. This is a very experienced crew, Carter. And this is special. It's important to say thank you to those that support high school athletes. But now the stage is set. Archbishop Wood dressed in white. Father Judge dressed in the baby blue. A really good rivalry. It was the very first game of the season. Archbishop Wood got that win. It propelled them to a 12-1 regular season, and we are underway. Nazir Tyler with a touch. Archbishop Wood goes man-to-man, and they're switching on those meshes at the top of the key. That one's blocked by Jaden Jenkins.
The long reach of Jaden Jenkins, that's what he does when you get inside. Have to be mindful. Fantastic job shutting down the Derek Morton Rivera drive early on.
Donahue can really knock it down from beyond the arc.
And Bob, in that first game, Donahue had a huge three late. Huge three late to help seal that win.
Jaden Jenkins. And that's a zone beater right there. Go to the baseline. That length will bother this Father Judge zone as long as they decide to stay in it.
Yeah, massive advantage to have just the tallest and longest guy on the court on both ends.
Moshinsky may have been able to go up with it. They'll reset here.
Jenkins may have deterred him there.
Moshinsky takes the ball screen. Great hedge and recover. Tyler lost it. There's Rocco Westfield. He's taken over the primary point guard role this year after being an off guard for many years coming into this role.
Had that matchup inside. Archbishop Wood doing a good job switching Dylan Powell off Adedeji.
Adedeji has been really good here this year, taking over the role vacated. What an opportunity that goes begging. He replaced Everett Barnes last year at that center position. 4-0 Archbishop Wood. That's the Caleb Lundy experience right there.
And that's what I mentioned that in the pregame here. He takes the ball off the backboard and gets out in transition, and that time he got right to the rim.
Great scouting report, Huck.
Moshinsky, great defense again. Jenkins is hedging and recovering and allowing McAdams to get off that ball screen.
They're just giving Father Judge very little room to operate early on. You can see Father Judge looking to give an isolation to Rocco Westfield there.
It looks like McAdams is going to be the hardest working guy in show business defensively. That guy too. Jenkins kept it in bounds. Not a lot of numbers for Archbishop Wood, but one ahead of the rest. Dylan Powell. 6-0. Important for Father Judge not to panic. Moshinsky gave it away. Here comes Powell the other way without numbers. Didn't stop him last time. McAdams, an offensive rebound and 2. 8-0. Archbishop Wood.
Coach Rowntree not electing to go for a timeout here. I thought maybe he might call one there after that last bucket.
Remember, Huck, in the championship game last year, Roman Catholic went up 10-0. It was a 10-2 game at the end of the first quarter. Father Judge has been here before. A lot of these guys were on that team last year. Westfield, he's got unlimited range. McAdams. Step back, well short. And again, that's a college range 3. You've seen now a couple of 2 deep threes there. We're playing from the white line, not the college blue line. Doesn't much matter to Morton Rivera.
Yeah, that's more his game. He likes to shoot it from the arc. 2 drives early. I like to see him do that, but they were unsuccessful.
Nice block. Inside Jeremiah Adedeji.
Father Judge is having a hard time getting inside. Jaden Jenkins 2 early blocks. Certainly that looming presence. The anti-gravity, if you will, inside.
And the 2 cleanest looks they've had so far have been from really far out, been from distance. So I don't know if they're going to have to rely on that.
Now they clear it out for Lundy. Powell. He rattles it home. It's 11-0.
The impact Dylan Powell has had, only a sophomore, Bob, but he has been terrific this year for Archbishop Wood, has stepped up in some huge moments.
Moshinsky is fouled by Jenkins. Kevin Clay on the call. Father Judge, they're going to get 2 shots. This was right in front of the Archbishop Wood student section, though.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't like the call, Carter Philman. You're on board.
Good call. That opposite arm was all body on Moshinsky going up.
Moshinsky struggles from the line, especially second half of the year. He's about 55% with a good amount of attempts, too.
11 points per contest. Second leading scorer. Carter, it's a very balanced attack for Father Judge this year. Leading scorer is Derek Morton Rivera. He hasn't even hit the 15-point per game mark.
Yeah, you talk about the depth of the team. All 5 guys can make an impact. Ability to score double-digit points. Same thing on the Archbishop Wood side, though. You know, we've seen it.
We'll say exactly what we said at this point in the championship game last year. This Father Judge team is too good to go this quietly. We got a lot of basketball ahead of us. They start with a steal, and Caleb Lundy picks up the personal foul. Team second, his first.
Yeah, that's how, if you're Father Judge, that's how you get some momentum. Start trying to force some ball pressure, generate some turnovers, get into some action before Jaden Jenkins is able to anchor down that paint.
I've been really impressed with that Archbishop Wood's defense to start this game. They're really playing tough defense out there right now.
Adedeji. I think he's going to have to get involved here, take Jaden Jenkins away from the basket. Donahue with his first, team's third. One more look.
Not Adedeji's strongest aspect of his game, taking guys off the dribble, but against the mismatch, looking to attack the smaller defender. Oh, that was a travel. Rocco Westfield got a little bit ahead of himself.
Yeah, he had some room there coming off that curl.
Yeah, he did.
He had a chance, an opportunity to make a play there. You would think that Archbishop Wood had a little bit more nerves entering this game, starting this game.
I was just thinking the same exact thing. I was like, you wouldn't, if you were watching this first couple minutes, you'd think Archbishop Wood was in the Palestra last year.
It's still a veteran group. McAdams, one of them. Donahue as well. Jenkins. An aggressive flash. A lot of contact, no call. Here comes Morton Rivera. Look at where Jenkins is. Here's the opportunity to take advantage.
Gotta find something inside. McAdams shows on the back end.
Moshinsky so strong. Got everything he wanted, just a tough finish with the left hand. Nobody stopped the ball. Donahue can't light the lamp. Let's go Judge is the chant from the Crusader student section. Moshinsky got to a good spot. Loose ball, who's on it? Bodies everywhere. Boy, they are fighting, aren't they? Father Judge gets it on the rim. Morton Rivera is fouled, and that's the second personal foul against Jaden Jenkins. A big-time early development.
That is massive for Father Judge. They've had such a hard time getting inside. Jaden Jenkins with 2 fouls.
They don't play Jenkins. Jenkins likes to play 28 to 30 minutes a game. Last weekend against West Catholic, he picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter, and they had a lead. Well, they have a lead now, too. And he sat basically the entire second quarter with the 2.
Chris Rowntree had something to speak with, and I believe they didn't initially. I think that's what it was. They didn't initially have that tagged to Jaden Jenkins. They got that right. Morton Rivera, 92% on the line this year. Of course, that's the guy sitting 2 seats to my left, Huck Palmer, on all of those statistics.
It's been a great year, Bob.
Bob, you talk about the core group often with this Father Judge team. This core group of seniors, Rocco Westfield, Max Moshinsky included. Core group of sophomores and freshmen checking in for Father Judge have made a major impact this year. Off the bench, Corey Copeland, Amir Brown, Razon Harris.
McAdams. Good look for Strong. And maybe a little hesitant on that catch, just into the contest. Malachi Warren just into the game as well. Powell lost it. Got rid of it. What a play. And he's going to get it right back. Dylan Powell. Strong with numbers. McAdams got it. Big triple for McAdams with something to say to the Father Judge bench on his way across. And I don't think that got across half court in time. We'll get a replay here. I think this could have been a backcourt violation. Keep an eye on the trailer here.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think he established across the half-court stripe. 14-3, Archbishop Wood. Not what many, I think, expected here in this one.
McAdams is quite capable from knocking him down from the arc. He's about 40% on the year with a decent amount of attempts. He's a really good player. He's extremely strong.
I think he really likes the matchup he has on the offensive end against the freshman Amir Brown. Not afraid to back another fellow guard into the lane. Saw him do it the prior possession. As Archbishop Wood looks to hold for a final shot.
Powell. Lundy double dribbled with it. Yeah. John Prespolinski and Kevin Clay all over that one. Interesting here, Carter, with the Father Judge lineup. I get it. On the Archbishop Wood side, Jaden Jenkins in foul trouble. Father Judge hasn't picked up a single foul. I don't think we saw Razon Harris all night. Amir Brown maybe for more than a minute or two on Friday. This feels, and by the way, Copeland into the game as well, feels like a statement from Chris Rowntree challenging his starters to play better in the second quarter.
Absolutely. As Father Judge turns it over. Senior throws that one out of bounds.
6.4 seconds to go the full length of the floor.
Just get a stop here and get into the quarter. Get that natural reset. Have fouls to give if they want to give one.
And they do. They take 3.1 off the clock. Good looking shot there, but that certainly will not count.
Yeah, that's Rocky Mason. He comes in the end of quarters, and that's pretty much his role a lot of the time, is to give up and get those fouls, prevent maybe a last second shot.
Back to live action, down to 2, down to 1. McAdams, yes! And he's got the last 5 to end the quarter. Archbishop Wood 16. Father Judge 3. An absolute blitz from the Vikings.
Yeah, I don't think he could have scripted it any better for Wood. Moscow and the staff have to be elated with this start.
A couple of sponsors to thank here tonight on behalf of the Philadelphia Catholic League. Tonight's game is brought to you by Blocks. Blocks is a nonprofit organization to help you redirect your state income tax obligation. Instead of sending it to Harrisburg, send it to the Catholic school of your choice and its scholarship fund. You get a 90% tax credit refund for doing so. It's the best program out there. It's the best kept secret, and as I said before, Blocks is trying to change that. Reach out to them at blocks.org/tax credit. We'll also talk to Rob Delaney, CEO of Blocks, at halftime. Also brought to you by Petrosky Physio, physical therapy and other sports medicine services in the greater Philadelphia area. Check them out online at Petrosky Physio. As we look at Father Judge's starting 5 coming out of the break, Rocco Westfield, Max Moshinsky, Jeremiah Adedeji, Derek Morton Rivera, and Nazir Tyler. As we mentioned, guys, felt like a message being sent from Chris Rowntree to go 8 deep there without a single foul, really 9 deep with Rocky Mason in there.
For the first half of the year, that pretty much was the rotation, but he has nipped it a little bit more recently. But I think to your point, Bob, I think that there was definitely being a message being sent.
Kai Strong doesn't take many. Big hit from the corner.
Attacks are coming from every single angle of the Archbishop Wood team. It's not just one guy. They're doing a good job spreading the ball out, scoring up and down the lineup right now.
And confidence is oozing out of them.
Quite frankly, in a way, Huck, that we haven't seen as consistently in the regular season. The 12-run record, oh boy, that looked pretty clean up top for Dylan Powell. He plays bigger than himself, but will send Adedeji to the line. Not the most proficient foul shooter, so it's a good foul by Powell.
Yeah, you're right, Bob. You know what? To Wood's credit, though, they should feel confident. I mean, they ripped off 12 straight wins, and they probably have a little bit of chip on their shoulder too, because I think there's probably some people out there. Were they really the best team in a regular season? Like, they won games late, a lot of them, and they beat all the top teams. They had one little hiccup, so they've been very impressive, and they've been extremely impressive to start this game.
It's been a lot of close games, a lot of come down to the wire, but it says a lot that they've been able to pull them out regardless of them being close. They're used to winning.
Wins at Ryan in overtime, that beat West Catholic in double overtime at home.
Loose ball out of Deji to make it a 3-point play.
If you judge, you got to have little mini goals here every couple minutes. Let's chop a little bit away. Let's saw away a little bit. Let's get it to 8. Let's get it to 6.
I could be wrong. I just don't see this one as ending up as the blowout it currently is. Kai Strong couldn't hit it. This team is just too good, Father Judge. Moshinsky steps into one. And they are attacking the offensive glass with Jaden Jenkins on the bench with 2 personal fouls.
Yes.
Morton Rivera does the same. Give him an offensive rebound, 2 plus the foul.
Hopefully that gets Derek Morton Rivera going. Like we said, the engine of this Father Judge team. He's so fun when he gets going.
And I think his drives to the basket, if he can continue that, will open up some things on the perimeter.
Especially when Jaden Jenkins is on the bench, absolutely. Denied twice, I believe, early on.
So 6 straight for Father Judge, 3 of which came from Adedeji, the not so old-fashioned, but not quite a 3-point from beyond the arc. How about make the first free throw, miss the second, get your own, and put it back in, and then Morton Rivera with a 3-point play there.
And it's a second chance opportunities, Bob. You see Wood doesn't have a ton of size, but Jaden Jenkins off the floor. Father Judge has a size advantage inside.
McAdams. Malachi Warren, and I think there's 3 settles in a row there. The first went in from Kai Strong. But 3 quick settles from Archbishop Wood. They went 1 for 3 on those attempts.
He's only attempting 16 on the year. He has made 9, though. He was 2 for 2 in Friday's quarterfinal win over West Catholic. That's not really his game. He's a nuts and bolts kid who gets after it, gets on the floor, gets rebounds, does a little bit of everything. It's been really important for them this year.
Go back to live action for you here, but Father Judge, even though they didn't get that carom there, Carter, they are all over the offensive window right now.
Derek Morton Rivera in the area for that offensive rebound, just couldn't come down with it.
Westfield, how did he get that pass off?
Oh
Blocked
man,
by
that
Brady McAdams.
really close to a goaltend there, just the fact that it was off the board first.
That one's blocked on the other end by Derek Morton Rivera. These guys are jumping out of the gym.
Remember last year, Bob, with all the blocks in the beginning of the game?
Watch out, Bob. Watch out.
Do not let that kid get hot. Derek Morton Rivera. He'll play some games here at the next level, playing for Temple in the Big 5.
Exactly what you need if you're Father Judge. Generating turnovers, getting Derek Morton Rivera hot off the perimeter. Doing a good job getting more stops as well.
Where are you going there if you're Caleb Lundy? Adedeji, keep it high. Good no call. Terrific from Kevin Clay, the official on the baseline. Let him play on. Adedeji didn't run through him. And believe it or not, it's a 5-point game.
How quick did this game flip on its head, Bob?
How long can you leave Jaden Jenkins on the bench? Not very long as he sits at the scorer's table.
Yeah,
but
Coach
at what
Moscow,
point do you call timeout even?
Yeah.
True. Coach Moscow is going to roll the dice here, bringing him back out. I think he has to.
I'd call timeout, quite frankly. Where you going? You got away with one.
Archbishop Wood definitely looks a little bit more uncomfortable on the offensive end in these last couple minutes.
It's a good, solid back cut here from Caleb Lundy, but that's the second straight possession where he's just diving into a double team. It's a good call.
Yeah, it's a good call.
But not the highest percentage drive.
Lundy's a good foul shooter, 80% on the year, over 160 attempts, so he gets there often.
And the leading scorer at 17.5 points per contest. That goes a long way, Huck, if you're shooting it 10 times a game from the line.
No doubt. He compiles a lot of stats. I mean, he gets 5 rebounds a game, five assists. He's involved.
Powell, he's hit. So you want to know the impact of Jaden Jenkins, huh? It's right here. Getting an offensive rebound immediately and getting Warren back to the line.
A floorboard at that.
Yeah, looks like Father Judge just forgot to grab the rebound there.
Shooter's roll for Malachi Warren, 63% on the year. His usage goes back and forth, about 15 minutes per contest there, Huck.
Yeah, so if someone's in foul trouble, he's probably the next guy off to play extended minutes. He's been a nice little player for them this year.
So Archbishop Wood gets 3 on that possession, 3 foul shots.
He's one of their better defenders, too.
Long time, though, since the Vikings have scored a field goal. Morton Rivera takes the ball screen. Fading away. How good is that?
Such a difficult shot, and that's what he does. Excels at those difficult shots.
Very patient there. Had this good balance going up off the floor. Looked really settled. Looked really confident shooting that.
We talked about it in the pregame. Two best of friends opposing one another. Chris Rowntree leading the way for his alma mater. John Moscow for Archbishop Wood. It's going the other way. There was a lot of contact
up top. Oh, man. We'll take a look here.
They are letting him play.
Yeah, but a really solid job by Adedeji to recover here if he did not foul. Yeah, that's a
foul.
That's a foul. With that offhand, just right into the body of Jane Jenkins.
Morton Rivera.
He can swing. Somebody's open.
Attack to the baseline. That's a really good decision by Corey Copeland, the freshman. Nice finish by Max Moshinsky. Jaden Jenkins a little slow getting to the weak side.
Yeah, and you wonder if he can't be as aggressive with those two fouls, obviously.
A couple of guys I like to see get involved for Judge moving forward here, Nasir Tyler and Rocco Westfield.
I agree. Two of their primary perimeter threats, right?
Yes.
You know, you look at that box score from Roman Catholic game. Father Judge, I believe, only took 8 threes all game. Really switched up how they played.
And they averaged 24 attempts per game from the arc.
Yeah, it's quite the difference, and you could see that early on. Not many perimeter shots.
Well, a lot of that was how Roman Catholic defended them, running them off the three-point line, and we're seeing more of the same here from Archbishop Wood. They can do that because, well, not now as Jenkins takes a seat.
I'm not sure what Lundy was looking for there. Just throws the ball away.
Copeland, he's hit. Dylan Powell will pick up the personal foul, and Copeland gets downhill without the big man on the floor for Archbishop Wood.
Corey Copeland, only a freshman. He has a bright future. He is a really solid and developing guard.
Yeah, he's got good size. The days ahead are going to be really, really good for him.
Yeah.
Back to Lundy. You know, he can really be a dynamic player, versatile player. But sometimes if panic sets in with him, things get a little bit disjointed. So we don't want to see him head down that path.
On the Copeland side, he was the guy, the heir apparent, to take Kavar Kennedy's role, pure point guard from last year, absolutely destroying things at Merrimack, doing really, really high-level basketball he's playing right now at Merrimack. But quite frankly, it was Jeremiah Adedeji. They just couldn't keep him off the floor. He needed to play in the front court. And so because of that, they had to keep Westfield on the floor as well. They turned to Rocco Westfield to run the point this year, really not his natural position.
Well, he thrived last year playing off the ball with Kennedy. I mean, Kennedy was sensational last year.
Fantastic pass there with the left hand to get that to the corner. Shot doesn't go, but man.
Well, Donahue didn't quite catch the shoot, did he?
That's got to be a block. Yeah.
My man John's not happy over there.
Yeah, the secondary defender was definitely set up early, but I don't think, you know, I'd be okay with that if going the other way as well. 50-50 call.
It's so tough in those situations because you have the guy who's playing it, but the trail defender just coming through the ball handler.
It was 19-3.
3 points at the end of the first quarter. That's crazy.
So, Bob, if he makes his foul shot here, we have a dueling 19-3 runs.
You know what? I just did the math. It checks out. Sure does.
I think we're right back to where we were expecting to be, though.
I think it took all three of us to figure that out.
Just having a little fun. And why wouldn't we have some fun? High-level basketball, the best in the city, dueling it out at the best arena on the planet. McAdams, wave off the shot. Just the 4th team foul against Father Judge. One more will send Archbishop Wood to the bonus.
Yeah, Brady hit that early three from the corner, I think, to start the second quarter or thereabouts. But it really hasn't been involved since then. I don't remember too many opportunities for him to score. He's got to get going a little bit. He's got to put the team on his back and, reverse course here. Or Judge may even have a lead by the time we get to the intermission.
Really good look. And he's hit in the act. 3 shots coming for Brady McAdams. A cardinal sin here on Ash Wednesday.
Yeah, tough closeout for the freshman there. Gets picked up top. Tries to recover.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good call.
In the landing zone.
McAdams 70% from the line. But he's shooting into that.
Yeah.
A sea of black. The Father Judge student section. So the chess match is on. We're a minute 27 from halftime. What adjustments do you think Archbishop Woodhuck will need to make going into the second half to get back to the way things looked early?
Well, they got to slow the game down a little bit. Caleb's got to play with better pace and control, Lundy that is, and they got to keep Jenkins on the floor. The Judge is a seasoned team, and they have really good leadership. So that's going, it's going to be tough.
Rocco gets to a great spot, steps through, open 3 for Copeland, got it. Well, he gave up a great look for a good look, but the good look counts for 3.
That layup, he had a layup that opened up, but man, just that extra pass. Corey Copeland, no fear in the freshman, knock it down to 3.
No, I like how he accepted that pass, took his time, and really let it go off his hand.
This rotation just looks so different for Archbishop Wood without Jenkins on the floor.
Yeah, they're just really having a hard time breaking this half-court defense from Father Judge with this smaller lineup. This 2-man game just isn't the same without Jaden Jenkins as the roller.
Powell is blocked by Derek Morton Rivera. And half the Morton Rivera family behind us is ready to head onto the floor. They don't like the call.
Tough. Might have come, I'm going to say this very quietly with the Rivera family behind me, might have gone through the body of of Powell there on the block to get to that ball.
Well, they were face guarding Lundy with Copeland in that possession, keeping the ball out of his hands. I mean, they had the matchup they want. Good aggressive drive there by Powell. Drew the foul, didn't convert the first one. Needs this one to tie the game up.
Tied at 25. The seasoned veterans knew this one was never going to be a laugher. It was 19-3 Archbishop Wood. Final 5 seconds. Got to get going downhill. Yep. Westfield. Really good defense. Ooh. Almost went. Terrific from Donahue as the switching defender. What a half. Just like we thought here, guys, huh?
Took a little bit to get there, but, we predicted a close game, and at halftime, we have one.
Yeah, Judge needed some time to find their footing. They seem like they're settled in now. Rivera looks like he's really focused in. Still want to see Tyler get loose a little bit, and possibly Rocco. Both of them are capable of scoring, knocking down threes from the perimeter, and that type of thing. And I think they're going to need a little bit of that in the second half. I think Brady McAdams for Wood needs to carry things for them moving forward. Keep Jenkins on the field, on the floor, and take our chances.
I like the action Archbishop Wood ran late in that first quarter, or in that second quarter. Brady McAdams curling off the wing, catching the pass, and getting downhill. That's where I think he's the best. He's just such a strong physical guard.
He is, and other opponents try to wall him off a little bit, try to keep him from getting there. But he can get when he's dialed in. He's relentless, and he gets downhill and get to the rim.
We are expecting, and here he comes right now, Rob Delaney from Blocks to join us here. So we'll probably have you guys just pop up for a second or two. And if you'll just stay with us, folks, for a moment or two, we'll be right back. Welcome back. It's halftime here from the University of Pennsylvania. We're so thrilled to be joined by Blocks CEO Rob Delaney. Rob, welcome back to the Philadelphia Catholic League semifinals.
Thank you, Bob. We're thrilled to be here. We got an amazing crowd, sellout crowd every year. We just love it. We love being here, and thank you for doing the announcing.
Well, thank you for your support of Philadelphia Catholic League athletics, the student athletes, the programs, the schools. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about Blocks and why partnering with the Philadelphia Catholic League is so meaningful.
Well, Philadelphia Catholic League, our sponsorship here has been a long, long time, and so this is really just part of who we are. We're part of the fabric of this community. We love these children, these students. They make us proud every day, and the teachers and the schools. To everybody come together and see this kind of community is just really every year is just an exciting time for us.
And I know outside of athletics, you guys are partnering with schools, and you talk about what Blocks does beyond the athletics, and why athletics is kind of the beacon for a lot of these student athletes to get the experience of Catholic education in Philadelphia and your partnership within that.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. And, the whole point here is learning how to be part of a community, a strong part of a community, and that community could be a team. And all this is really the training for being a strong citizen and growing up strong. And, we couldn't be more proud, not just of these students, but of the programs our schools are running to turn these young men and women into responsible, amazing adults.
And maybe you could give us a little bit more specifics on those programs, how folks that are watching, and maybe they haven't heard of Blocks at all, or maybe they have and haven't gotten involved yet.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. And so what we do is we do need-based scholarships. This year we'll do over 40,000 scholarships, over 40,000 children, and over $206 million. These are all need-based scholarships. And so every one of these families are families who qualify for need by the state guidelines. But when we look at this, we call these our EITC scholars. So anybody can donate using the EITC program. You get a 90% tax credit against your Pennsylvania state taxes. And it's really a way to really supersize your gift, and also to dramatically help our children.
You have a terrific background before your time at Blocks, so I'm sure there's a why. What is your why, and why Blocks for you?
Well, I got to tell you, my wife and I have always embraced and saw the power of education. It is we think the most important thing that changes forever in a positive way our young people's lives. Education is something that can't be taken away from you. You have it. It helps you throughout. You also become part of a brotherhood, a sisterhood, and we think those things. You're never alone. I will tell you, with these education, and we're here with the Catholic schools, with a Catholic education, you're never alone for the rest of your life when you graduate from these places, and we just love that.
I know you guys never play favorites, but these two teams here, these two schools, I feel like are really good examples of when you commit funding and you put resources into your institutions, the great things that can happen. Father Judge, with their trade program and enrollment through the roof right now.
Yes.
Archbishop Wood is such an important bedrock institution in that Bucks County, western side of Montgomery County area. These are two model institutions, I'm sure, for what you guys love to see in Catholic schools in Philadelphia.
That's right. And so what they're doing is they're creating options for our children to have living wages, to live a productive life. Whether those children, those students are going to go on to a 4-year degree or a 2-year degree program, many of them do. But look, if they don't, to be able to be an auto mechanic, which you got to have a lot of smarts for nowadays. These cars are really complicated. To be a welder, these programs. You go and you look down at South Philadelphia. They got a food service program. Families that have restaurants are in the food service business. I mean, so it's just really the way these schools are now responsive to the current needs of our young families and our next generation is just inspiring.
So before they get underway here in the second half, if there's one thing that folks should know about Blocks that, again, maybe they don't or maybe they're learning more, what would you want them to take away from our time here today and from this carnival of a weekend?
Absolutely. So the most important thing I would say is that anybody can do an EITC scholarship, a need-based scholarship for these children. You do not have to be a wealthy person. You don't have to be really smart with your taxes or anything like that. Anybody could do that. You get in touch with Blocks. We walk you through that. We say we make it that as easy as 1, 2, 3. For those people that call in, they're going to find out what that means. And this is just a great way to positively impact the lives of our children.
Rob, thank you so much for your partnership with the Philadelphia Catholic League. Thanks so much for being here with us. And please keep up all the good work. We're going to talk to you Sunday, I think, as well. Hopefully.
Wonderful. I can't wait. And that's going to be another packed house and an exciting time. Thank you, Bob.
Thank
you for what you're doing.
Thank you as well. Rob Delaney, CEO of Blocks. Stay with us, and we'll have the second half right after this. Welcome back, everybody, to the Palestra. Second half about to get underway. Bob Long, Carter Philman, Huck Palmer will bring you inside the broadcast booth. Well, it was 19-3, then all of a sudden it was 22-22. Now it's 25-25. Brand new game, 16 minutes left. Carter, what's the key? How will we determine a winner?
Got to keep Jaden Jenkins out of foul trouble. You know, Archbishop Wood on both ends, offensive and defensive end, looked like a completely different team. They looked a little bit out of sorts with him off the floor. Got to keep him out of foul trouble. And on the Father Judge end, just, you know, they've made a crucial adjustment in that second quarter, got them to a much better offensive rhythm. See if they can get, we talked about it at halftime, see if they can get Nazir Tyler, Rocco Westfield going. Both leading scorers, but with 0 points this year.
Adedeji got into the lane. Pretty good look. Adedeji brought it down. Puts it up. Too strong. And McAdams. You know, initially got Jaden Jenkins out and away from the play there. Allowed Adedeji to get the offensive rebound, but Jenkins so quick getting back into the play, affecting that shot, and he can do that as well. Simple high ball screen and slip.
Yeah, that's what Archbishop Wood was trying to run in the second quarter without him. You could see it's a completely different look with Jaden Jenkins diving to the rim instead of a Brady McAdams, let's say.
Weak side. Adedeji brought it down. It's Archbishop Wood basketball.
With Tyler trying to look for his offense there.
Yeah.
Two possessions in a row. They need to get him going.
Came down awkwardly, did Adedeji.
Jenkins added to the dunk tracker. He's a league leader in that stat. In case you're wondering at home. Not shocked by that, considering his size.
Huck, I think that's the favorite stat, I'll say regionally, right, of the folks that follow what you do. Everybody loves your stats, but dunk tracker, I hear more about that than anything else.
Well, I'm glad people are paying attention.
The initial strip by Tyler, it hit the baseline. But I like it with this 4-out offense here. Good off-ball movement. Lundy very, very adept at getting off a ball screen. Dylan Powell hit one in the first half, not that time from beyond the arc.
That's a design play there. He got a clean look, just fell a little short.
Speaking of clean
Rivera,
looks.
yes, sir. Judge leads again.
Cannot give Derek Morton Rivera that much room off the ball screen. Archbishop Wood decided to go under.
Only their second lead of the night. Lundy. McAdams in the trees. Column. Get 2 feet in the lane. That's a collected finish.
He's so good when he's in the lane and on balance.
And that's a Palestra special right there. Rocco Westfield on the slip. The condensation is always tough to manage. That guy's tough to manage. How do you defend Derek Morton Rivera?
He's up to 17 now. He had 12 at half.
That's good defense, but better offense from the Temple commit.
Yeah, he's got the look in his eye right now. He's really dialed in.
Oh, yeah.
Powell again for 3. Here comes Father Judge.
Opportunity there to swing to Nasir Tyler to the opposite end.
Tyler, foot on the line. Powell looking to get downhill. Lundy fires away. Its second tick on the rim will send it to Adazi. Rocco Westfield. It's not Moshinsky's game to shoot the 3 at a high clip. But he got a foot in the lane, and again, just not a high percentage one.
Yeah, that's a tough shot. Fading away a little bit, off the bounce.
McAdams in rhythm, yes. You knew it when it left his hand. Just a trailer action there, Carter.
Yeah, he's gotten so much better off those catch and shoot situations. Like you said, just off the bounce, just looks so comfortable going up with it.
We are flying here in the third quarter. Just a couple of stoppages. Adedeji with the step through. He got it to go over Jaden Jenkins.
That's fantastic footwork in the lane by the big man.
A lot of people think that's a travel, but that's your gather step going up and in, and then finishing with the left, Carter. If he goes up with the right, that ball's blocked.
Yeah, it takes really, like I said, really good footwork to pull that off.
He looked really polished finishing that.
So
He's
often
been
done
a revelation.
So often done incorrectly that that results in those travels.
Lundy kind of putting his head down.
Yeah, just a lot of
and
dribbling
that's going to
there.
go off his foot. Yep, good call there by John Presbolinski in the perfect position on the baseline. And Lundy's done that 3 or 4 times. For all the good he's done here tonight, Huck, he's gotten a little ahead of himself, putting his head down.
He has. I think that was an opportunity for him to play off of 2 feet there, come to a jump stop, maybe ball fake, get them up in the air. He's very good at that. That's why he gets to the line so much. He's playing a little fast right now.
Moshinsky. Morton Rivera working hard off the screen. Jaden Jenkins just pulls it down.
If that went down, obviously he was going to be. It was
Almost did, too.
It did.
So important for Jaden Jenkins to be in, limits those second chance opportunities that Father Judge took advantage of in that first half.
Westfield, as soon as Jenkins turned his back, was on it.
And he brought the ball down a little bit to next to his hit there. Made it easier.
Derek Morton Rivera, yes. Heating up. Timeout. Gives us a chance to take another look. And when they're going good, it's because this guy is lining them up and knocking them down.
Archbishop Wood just continuing to go under the ball screens. If you're going to go under, you at least have Jaden Jenkins hedge a little bit harder to not give him so much room. From the 3.
We might be getting to the point where they got to just kind of take him away, face guard him a little bit, got to kind of get physical with him, try to deny him the ball because he's getting the ball off his screens and whatnot, and make some of these other guys try to beat you.
And he's in scorer's mode. When he's getting that ball, he is looking to get downhill or shoot off the dribble.
Yeah, Carter. He just has that look right now of I'm on a mission. He's got 20 points now in the game.
This portion of today's game brought to you by Petrosky Physio. Multi-year sponsor here with the Philadelphia Catholic League. Sports medicine and physical therapy options for you in your sports journey. Thanks to Petrosky Physio for their sponsorship. And then Blocks. We heard from Rob Delaney, CEO of Blocks at halftime. Terrific mission, nonprofit organization where you can redirect your state income tax dollars to the Catholic school of your choice and get a 90% tax credit refund for doing so. Visit blocks.org/tax credit for more.
Hey Bob, we're getting to the point of the night where it's my favorite part of the night is when the 4 schools sort of come together with their arrival to the arena here, and the place really starts to fill up.
The corners.
The corners, yes. Some of the students have to occupy the corner seats before they can get into their behind the basket seats. At
one point, there were just a few sets of tickets left, but for the walk-up crowd, I'm not going to call it a sellout quite yet. We'll certainly get there, but if you're a Newman Goretti fan, come on up and see. Might be bad advice from me. I don't know. Nobody shared with me, but this place always fills up and sells out by the time that second game starts. Warren for 3. It's good. What a big triple for Malachi Warren. Not the first option from beyond the three-point line for the Vikings.
Yeah, a couple big threes from Wood bench players. Malachi Warren, Kai Strong as well had one earlier. Always good to get unexpected production from some bench guys.
Max Moshinsky takes some contact off the window.
Fantastic balance going down earlier on that drive. Looked like he was gearing up to throw that one down.
He's one of the better athletes in the league.
Oh, yeah.
He really can get up.
Jenkins missed it.
Looked like it rolled off his fingertips at the last second there.
Yeah, a lot of bodies around him when he gets into the lane. Certainly never 100% comfortable.
That's where he's got to get stronger. He's got to get a better base underneath him so he can shed some of that contact down around the basket and finish a little easier.
Nazir Tyler for 3. It's good. Max Moshinsky, a terrific assist.
Talked about how Father Judge had to get him going. Big three there from Nazir Tyler.
Lundy lost it again. Morton Rivera, only McAdams can stop him. 2 shots.
Lundy just all out of sorts on the offensive end. Again, head down, just dribbling into 3 defenders.
Yeah, it's danger time for the Vikings right now. They got to be careful here. They got to stem this roll that Judge is on. Have a good final minute here.
A minute left. Do you consider having Lundy take a seat on the bench, maybe reset, get him ready for that 4th quarter? I mean, he's just, like I said, out of sorts.
It's a fair thought.
Yeah, uncharacteristic game from him so far.
I would say yes. You're not going to win this game with him playing in that fashion. And that's not to say he can't flip the switch immediately. He's that good. But you need the best version of Caleb Lundy to come back and win this game. McAdams. Nice drive. It's blocked by Moshinsky, and he kept it in bounds. Copeland lost it. Father Judge going with a small lineup here right now. No Adedeji.
Only 1 foul all quarter. Quite the switch up.
It's good effort that time. You understand where Moshinsky was going there. The Amir Brown, the intended recipient. Big moment here.
Yeah, crucial possession for Archbishop Wood. You want to end the quarter on a high note, see if you can get a bucket and a stop if there's any time left on the clock. Be surprised if they don't hold for one in this situation. Obviously, the high ball screen with Jaden Jenkins, so hard to stop with Caleb London going down.
Father Judge with all the fouls in the world to give. They haven't committed one here in this 3rd quarter. It's a great look. Dylan Powell, that's well long. Down to 2, down to 1. And Father Judge gets the stop they needed. A football score headed to the 4th quarter. Father Judge 42, Archbishop Wood 35. And for those of you counting at home, it was 19-3. Archbishop Wood, that's a 39-16 run for Father Judge over that time frame.
Talk about stepping on the gas. Man, what a turnaround.
Yeah, to their credit, they didn't let that start discourage them. They stayed together. They played together, looking for one another. Couple good possessions at that quarter where it was driving kicks for a 3. Rivera had moments where he just put them on his back.
You know, you look back in that end of that 1st quarter, Father Judge pulling most of their starters, going deep off the bench to end that 1st quarter. Ever since, they've got to check back in. They've taken major control of this game.
Father Judge to the Catholic League semifinals for the first time since 1997 through 99. The first 3-year stint, that is, Huck. First 3-year stint in a row since 97 to 99. And as we look inside that huddle, there's a lot of familiar faces. Bill Cook coached for that 97 to 99 team. Ryan Kilkenny was there 97 and 98. Chris Rowntree, Brian Bond, Jimmy Reeves were on that team, on those teams those years. The only interesting point is it's not a 3-year return to the Palestra, because in 1999 they played the Catholic League semifinals at Temple. Yes, that's right. So there's a little cocktail trivia for you there, Huck. 97 to 99, the last time Father Judge went to 3 straight semifinals. They're here again. They lost 2 years ago in the semifinals. And then last year, of course, they won it all. For Archbishop Wood, they won a Catholic League title in 2017 and 2021. Warren. You know, he kind of got lightning in a bottle the first time he hit that 3, Carter.
Yeah. You know, we were at what point do you put the ball in your senior's hands, Brady McAdams, or your star point guard Caleb Lundy? Tell them to make a play.
Yeah, it's got to start down here. They got to get a few stops.
And they did. Kai Strong, solid rebound against the bigger Adedeji. Now you really have to value the basketball. As you said, Carter, your best players have to be shooting these shots. Warren might be open for a reason. Strong might be open for a reason. Inside they go, and a foul is called. Adedeji picks up the personal foul. Really no foul trouble for anybody to speak of on Father Judge's side. It's the first foul of the second half for the Crusaders.
No fouls in that third quarter for Jaden Jenkins either, so you wonder if he's able to get back to being a little bit more aggressive on the defensive end, crashing the offensive boards as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much Judge is going. With the 7-point lead, I could see them really kind of pounding the ball outside, running their stuff in that way, instead of driving at him, because they have the lead and there's less need to do that.
Brady McAdams telling Jaden Jenkins to get out of the way, let me take this. Calls his own number. Really late call there.
It's going to go against Rocco Westfield, I think. It's the only defender on the ball.
And Wood's offense has really gotten stagnant in this half-court set
man,
for a while.
That's a really tough call, Bob.
Yeah.
I did not see much, if anything, there.
But I hear you, Huck. They're not moving the ball.
To complete a comeback here, to get back in this game, they're going to make foul shots, obviously. I still think we need to somehow Lundy's got to get the ball off the rim, off the glass, and get going, and either find somebody for a really clean look three or get to the rim himself. They've had some strong fourth quarters this year, so I mean, I'm not ruling them out.
Certainly the cardiac kids, as Bob has called them before, not unwise to a close game or a late comeback.
That's exactly right. They'll need it in the last 6 minutes and 53 seconds.
And I prefer not to see Judge take the air out of the ball. I mean, they've been playing well the last two quarters. I would continue to do what they were doing. I mean, you don't want to take bad shots, but like run your offense, and if a clean look presents itself, let it go and continue to play, because the longer you go and you're not, you're taking the air out of the ball, then you get tighter and tighter and tighter.
Yeah, don't want to lose that momentum you established with Derek Morton Rivera. Nasir Tyler finally hit a three-pointer during that third quarter.
A look inside the John Moscow-led huddle in his 13th year at Archbishop Wood. He attributes a lot of his success to Carl Aragel, who he said gave him his start and then told him when it was time to take over his own program. Stay as long as you like here at Newman Goretti, but John, you're ready to take over your own program, and he's done that. He's won 2 titles along the way. He's coached Colin Gillespie, Rasul Diggins, among others, Deshaun Shepard, and just a few years ago, Josh Reed and Jalil Bethea.
Bobby quietly has 231 career wins.
Wow.
Giveaway there for Father Judge, just what the doctor ordered for Archbishop Wood.
Like the idea from Father Judge, certainly not taking their foot off the gas necessarily. Ball was moving around the perimeter. Always good to get that ball inside, work to the outside if you need to. But opportunity now for Archbishop Wood to capitalize on the turnover. We'll see where they go. I really like the high ball screen, maybe get a little bit deeper to get Caleb Lundy more downhill.
McAdams looking for the slip, took an extra step.
That's a great job by Adedeji to hedge and then get back right as Jaden Jenkins rolled down the lane. He just took away that pass. You can see McAdams was looking for it there.
Turnovers will kill you down late in these games. We saw one from Father Judge a possession ago, and now from Archbishop Wood. Tyler, so strong to the rim. Moshinsky had it pulled away. Here's Lundy. You got to get an easy one here. Oh, a lot of contact, and a foul is called. I know you don't like the call, but Derek Morton Rivera is so deep. He's not in legal guarding position. He's taking him on from a side angle. I know Lundy may be a little out of control on that dribble there, but that is a foul.
Yeah, certainly a foul, but again, Caleb Lundy just a little bit out of sorts, off bounds, falling to the ground, looking more to draw the foul, get into the body of Derek Morton Rivera, than go up. Actually got so deep, he went almost past the rim.
That type of play is what they need. Getting to the line was a good thing, but you got to convert once you're there.
1 for their last 3. McAdams went 1 for 2 at the line, a possession or 2 ago. Five-point game. Slowly but surely coming back. It starts at the defensive end for Archbishop Wood. Brian Donahue gets the not-so-coveted matchup of guarding Derek Morton Rivera.
A very tough matchup for him.
But he does a great
Good job there.
After the high hedge from Jaden Jenkins.
He draws a lot of the tough assignments for Wood through the course of the year.
Adedeji, wild shot, good defense by Jenkins. Lundy gets downhill, and Lundy threw it away again.
Continuing to just force the issue a little bit. I think certainly the pass was there. It's a very tough pass to make through 4 Father Judge defenders.
Yeah, he did hit him in the hands, but with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. 5:03 to go. This game has started to stall here on both sides. You talked about Archbishop Wood's offense stalling, Huck. Father Judge starting to do the same thing.
And they haven't scored this quarter. And then that starts to play with your mind a little bit as time goes on here.
It's get tighter and tighter, yeah.
Westfield somehow keeps that pivot foot. And Chris Rowntree calls time out. Good decision there by Rowntree.
Yeah.
Saw his point guard was in trouble. So timeout on the floor. Let's bring you back inside that John Mosco-led huddle. They'll need a stop here without question, and then they just need to get a shot on the basket, guys. I mean, turnovers, missed foul shots. It's been a struggle here for Archbishop Wood, just 2 points total in the last 3 minutes and 20 seconds of action here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they've gotten the defensive stops they've needed. They've generated the turnovers, gotten out into the fast break where you figured they'd strive with Caleb Lundy with the ball in his hands, but unfortunately just have not been able to capitalize on Father Judge's stalled offense right now.
Yeah, playing in this building can create some of that tightness. Low-scoring type games, it's not uncommon to see. You know, it's the biggest stage you can play on as a high school kid. And, you know, the pressure is immense sometimes. So you just, you know, you got to fight through it. You got to kind of block things out, but it's a lot easier said than done.
Father Judge won a big game. Carter Weir on the call earlier this year. Rocco Westfield, the hero. This is how it ended.
For Father Judge to get up the
court. And he did miss it. A
Still
three
time.
would win the game. Here's Max Moshinsky down to 1. This is for the win. Got it! Ball game! Father Judge in a classic.
Has to be a shot of the year so far, right, Bob?
Yeah, do we have any more heroics in us here tonight?
We got 4.5 minutes to find out in the first game.
Morton Rivera just wants that basketball right now. Donahue has done a nice job. Fights through the screen. Morton Rivera on the hesitation dribble.
Yeah, great use of the hesitation there.
Yeah, Jaden Jenkins not in a position to help. Gets past the physical defense of Donahue.
Very good body control on his way in, too.
Caleb gives it up. Powell lost it. Jenkins have to finish, and he does. Lundy out of control. Powell was out of control. But Jaden Jenkins was the only one with solid footwork there. Fortunate to get it up and off the glass.
Yeah, once he gets around the rim, really tough to stop. Misses the occasional bunny, but on that strong right hand in particular.
That certainly is comfort zone.
Yes.
Morton Rivera got to a great spot and hit.
Well, the judge just doing everything they can to get him the ball, running him off ball screens.
As they should.
Yes, exactly. I mean, so hard to defend. He moves so quick off the ball.
McAdams for Donahue. Lundy just fires away. What a bucket.
Much needed for Archbishop Wood. And particularly Lundy, if we're being honest.
Well, he's a great player. Don't count him out because he can go in a little flurry here with the quickness.
Moshinsky. Oh my goodness.
I think it is
Come on now.
very funny I mean, Brian Donahue doing everything he can to contain Derek Morton Rivera off the ball. And they call the ticky-tack there.
That's the one you call?
Well, I think he fouled him 3 times before that, coming through the lane. Or at least a little bit more worthy of a foul, at least.
4-point game. Westfield had trouble getting rid of it. Tyler out of Deji goes right at Jenkins. Archbishop Wood, this is their time. Oh my. Caleb Lundy, just not his night.
That's a shot he can take.
I've seen him make that shot probably 20 times this year. A spin, a drive into the lane, creates a little space, a little 8-footer, and he floats it right in all the time.
Surprised Archbishop Wood is just not denying Derek Morton Rivera the ball off the ball.
Timeout, Chris Rowntree. And some miscommunication there, and Lundy and McAdams having that conversation right now. Father Judge, Palestra, 3 years in a row. They've had quite the experience here. Let's show you a couple of the keys and a couple of the moments from last year's final. Northeast rises here at the Palestra. "27 years. Father Judge is back on top. A proud program is champion again." Kyan Strong, who's gonna get it? Lundy, and he's fouled.
Great moment by Strong there.
Yeah, how about that? Out of the timeout, gets the ball into the hands of Derek Morton Rivera like they wanted. Kai Strong, fantastic defensive effort there.
So you've done a lot not to code, if you will, if you're Caleb Lundy and Brady McAdams at times, and yet you have everything in front of you, down 4 with under 2 minutes to go. Somebody's going to be a hero here. Lundy. Kyan Strong. Not that time. Nazir Tyler. Oh. A quick foul call. Jaden Jenkins picks it up.
Good look by Strong there. I mean, 2 minutes left in the game. I'm not positive that's the guy they want shooting at the time. You know, it's a tough shot to make. But Judge's defense was really pushing that Wood's main players out way out on the perimeter.
Yeah. Couldn't
really find too much space, and that led to that kick out to him in the corner.
Nazir Tyler, 2 huge free throws. Shoots it at 75% on the year. The legs weren't with him on that one.
Really flat on that shot.
0 for 2.
First one too short, second one too long.
Keeping the door open.
Yeah. Archbishop Wood just keeps going back to this high ball
That's a great
screen.
look for Powell. No good.
That's
and
a
nobody
shot.
rebounding.
That's a shot Father Judge has been more or less willing to give up those corner threes to secondary players.
Lundy fouls. Rocco Westfield
has to be careful where he's fouling there.
Third team foul against Archbishop Wood. 2 to give. Sorry, beg your pardon. Now 1 to give with that third foul.
Still plenty of time for Archbishop Wood. They've gotten consistent stops. Now they're in full, really tight man defense.
Warren fouls Morton Rivera. 4th team foul against Father Judge. Archbishop Wood is going to, if they do come up short in this one, they're going to know that they had their chances. Not even close to being over yet.
Archbishop Wood does not have to foul yet.
Yeah, they
Still
didn't have
plenty
to
of
foul
time.
right away.
Rocco Westfield's back was to the direction he was supposed to be going. Would have been an excellent opportunity to try to draw a possible 10-second in the backcourt.
And a team that shoots at 66% from the line. Rocco Westfield shoots it at 78%. You have to be selective about who you send to the line.
Well, the one guy you don't want to send is Rivera.
Oh, yeah. Looking at Max Moshinsky or Adedeji if he stays on are the prime foul suspects for Archbishop Wood.
Yeah, I think they're in offense-defense with him now. They'll run Copeland in the game when they get the ball.
Still a 2-possession game. You don't need a 3. It certainly would help, down 6. And again, Lundy going downhill. No separation.
Yeah, just been after that first quarter, Father Judge was doing a fantastic job on the defensive end as the foul was called on the drive by Powell.
They're playing great help defense, too, because every time they somewhat get past the guy who's directly defending them, the guys on the wings are right there to stop the penetration.
Yeah, even as Powell is looking to make his drive, you saw 2 defenders scrape down on him to make him more uncomfortable, at least stop that momentum getting downhill. The free throw line has been a real struggle for this Archbishop Wood team tonight.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of confidence behind that shot right there.
The number 1 overall seed. They cleared every other team by 2 in the loss column. We talked about it earlier. This was the very first game of the regular season. And Father Judge felt they had every opportunity to win that game. They fall behind 19-3 here tonight. What do? They stick with it. And they're 53 seconds away from going right back to the final.
Hasn't been the cleanest fourth quarter for Father Judge, but man, major credit to this team for battling back. After that 19-3 first quarter, they've taken major control after that game. Never let Archbishop Wood get back into any sort of rhythm.
Tyler, the 75% foul shooter. Stay with us post-game as we'll look to have Chris Rowntree and one of the players from Father Judge on with us, if they can finish off a win here in the final 54 seconds. Kyan Strong. It's just not the look or the guy you want shooting that. And John Moscow has to be disappointed with that offensive set. 2 more shots coming for Nazir Tyler.
I don't recall. Maybe I missed one. I don't know if has Brady McAdams taken a shot this quarter?
How often has he had the ball in his hands?
Exactly,
you know?
yeah. Maybe he got to the line once. I'm trying to remember.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he went 1 for 2 from the line or real early in the quarter.
There's some issue on the Father Judge bench. Derek Morton Rivera came running out of the backdrop. And now a timeout on the floor. And that is a familiar tune from the Father Judge student section. Tonight's game brought to you by 2 proud sponsors. Thanks to Blocks, where you can turn your state income tax obligation into need-based scholarship for the Catholic school of your choice. Visit them at blocks.org/tax credit for more. Tyler's just been nails.
Yeah, after those 0 for 2 from the first one short, second one long, now he's dialed in ever since.
He's a good foul shooter.
Yeah. That's on us. That one's on us.
100%.
McAdams thought he traveled with it. Jenkins just had it ripped away.
How about that rebound by Morton Rivera over to just ripped it from the taller Jaden Jenkins' hands.
Huck, how many does he have here tonight? He's got a whole bunch. He has been the guy when needed.
26. He's got 26, Rivera, today. Pretty balanced in each half. 12 in the first half, 14 so far in this half.
I would say that he's a good candidate for player of the game. We talked to him on Friday night.
Does he step up when the lights are brightest or what, Bob? This is always so much fun to watch him.
Well, he's got more than half their points. He averages about 14 and a half a game. Pretty balanced team with that. He missed some games earlier in the year. He missed 5 games and, took some time to get settled in. But he's been pretty strong the second half, last 2/3 of the Catholic League regular season.
It's not much solace, but Archbishop Wood's season will not end here tonight.
I was thinking that as well, Bob.
That is a freshman mistake.
Second time he's fouled a 3-point shooter. Happened in the first half in the corner. Just don't need to be in a situation where you're fouling at all right now if you're Father Judge.
That's the only way that Archbishop Wood can come back.
I mean,
is to score with the clock stopped. And they're having trouble with that.
Not if you're going to continue to miss your free throws. What's that? I think it's 5 or 6 missed free throws in this quarter alone for Archbishop Wood. Certainly just adding to the string of missed opportunities for this team.
I think it's 6.
John Moscow will clear the bench. As we mentioned, season not over yet. They'll have every opportunity to get to that 3 seed in the district. Actually, Huck, if Father Judge loses the championship, Archbishop Wood could still be, I believe, based upon the record, they would actually still be the #1 seed out of the Catholic League for District 12 play. That's neither here nor there. That is a minor detail on a minor footnote.
Yeah, I don't know the points off the top of my head,
You
but
get
you're correct.
20.
Yeah.
You get 20 for this, and Father Judge was 3 games behind Wood.
Correct. Okay, got you. Right.
Father Judge wins, then of course they're the #1 seed for district play. Final 7 seconds left. Father Judge from down 19-3 to back to the championship game. The Crusaders are right back where they feel they belong. They will play for a championship on Sunday. Stay with us, folks, as I will go get a few members of Father Judge's team, including Chris Rowntree, will join you for post-game interview. You guys continue to chat, and then I'll trade you for some headsets.
What do you think? You know, after that first quarter, Father Judge just absolutely turned up the tempo. What do you think went right there?
Yeah, they showed a lot of toughness, some resilience. They have some upperclassmen. They start 3 seniors. Sear Tyler started as a freshman. He's a junior. They have a lot of senior leadership, a lot of upperclassmen leadership, and not surprised that they came back. And like Bob said earlier, they weren't going to. That 19-3 was not going to sustain itself. You just didn't feel it, and they, cap tip to them, and they did a great job coming back and really putting a stranglehold on the game. Literally from like the middle of the second quarter on.
You look at that Archbishop Woods side, it's not Brady McAdams, Brian Donahue, seniors, but a lot of that team will be back next year. Sophomores and juniors are that main core. As we turn it over to Bob, joining us with Derek Morton Rivera.
Stay with us, folks. Just one moment as we'll get Chris Rowntree and Derek Morton Rivera a headset. Bring them on to the air with us.
Okay, I'll go to the other side, Bob.
And so now we are happy to be joined by Derek Morton Rivera, head coach Chris Rowntree. Congratulations, guys, on another trip to the final, 2nd year in a row. Let's talk to you first, Derek. You're hunting your shot. Your team is trying to get you the ball. What are those moments like for you?
We just keep moving around the ball. I get denied a lot, so I try to move around and get open as best as I can. And when I do get the ball, I try to make a good decision.
This venue must mean something to you. We talked about it on Friday. Now that you're here and you're seeing the ball go through the nylon and you're running off ball screens in front of 9,500 people, what's the experience been like?
It's a good experience, especially when I'm making a lot of shots and we get going and the crowd go crazy, so it's a good feeling.
At the end of the game, you ripped the ball away from the taller Jaden Jenkins. That's a challenge, right? Having him as a secondary defender, something to think about as you're getting into your shot. What was the challenge of playing against Jaden, as well as some of the guys that were guarding you on the ball?
Just trying to be patient, knowing that they were trying to rush me up, especially when I was coming off the ball screens. He was coming up a little high, so I just try to stay patient when I come off the screens.
The whole fan base is here again behind the camera. They love you here. Squad deep at the Palestra. And so now as you can look right at them and tell them how much they mean to you, how much do they mean to you?
They mean a lot. They come out every game, give us energy, and show love to all of us, all our teammates, all our coaches.
We talk a lot about experience here at the Palestra, and these other 3 teams that are playing here tonight, terrifically talented. They don't have the same type of experience that you guys do here for the last 2 seasons. Does that make a difference in your opinion?
Not really. I feel like all the teams are good that we're playing against, so we can't underestimate them just because they don't got experience. So just like in the first quarter, even though they didn't have experience, they got up on us. But last year we came down too, and we were down, I think, 10-0. So we just kind of stayed together and knew that we've been in that situation before to get back in the game.
Well, we made the comment, and you have been in that situation before. You came back last year. You came back again this year. What is the mindset when Derek Morton Rivera, Chris Rowntree, and the Father Judge Crusaders are down 16 points at the game's most hallowed venue? What's going through your mind, and what's the mindset for the team at that time?
Just about staying together, not getting too down on ourselves that we're down, and just keeping up our energy, coming back harder. I think we really had to get stops, and that's what we talked about doing at the end of the first quarter, just getting stops and staying together.
Derek, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for always doing this. You seem to put up 25 or more just about every time we see each other. It must be because you like talking to us. I don't know. But thank you for spending some time with us. We'll let you get back to the locker room, and we'll talk to your coach for a few minutes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Derek Morton-Rivera, you can just throw the headset there on the table. And let's bring Chris Rowntree in. Chris, something special about this place.
I mean, it's the best venue for a high school event, probably in the country. You know, I think a lot of states have their own thing, but there's nothing like this. You know, 10,000 people here and, you know, in the cathedral of college basketball. And it's what you play for all year. It's what you work for in the off season. And, you know, I was really proud of our guys sticking together tonight. And, you know, we got down early again. We can't keep making that habit, but, you know, we got down early and we stuck together. We just needed a bucket. And once we got a bucket, we felt a lot better about ourselves. And kind of the same situation as last year. I think Max got fouled last year when we were down 10-0. He makes one free throw, and, you know, we got rolling a little bit.
We had a sneaking suspicion, the three of us on the telecast, that 19-3 didn't mean it was going to be a laugher here tonight. This team has something. It has some gusto. It has some moxie. What does Chris Rowntree call it? What does this team have?
It's togetherness. I mean, we trust each other, right? They trust us as coaches, and they trust each other as teammates, and they've been through a lot of wars together. You know, we did this last year, and, you know, all off season, you know, with our preseason schedule, you know, we took some lumps, and, you know, for us to stick together, that's why we did it. And I think moments like this, you know, down 16-3 or 19-3, they stuck together. We talk about being together for 32 minutes. It's going to be a game of runs. And we just need to make the last run. And, you know, we talked about that on Friday. And I think today we made free throws down the stretch. And we did a great job defensively after the first quarter. We settled down and, you know, stuck with our game plan. I think they might have scored 30 the rest of the game after scoring 19 in the first. So we just stuck together.
Last one for you. You're going up against one of your best friends.
Yeah.
John Moscow, it seems like every time you guys match up, it's a big game. It's because of how you run your programs, the high-level kids that you develop. What was that like here tonight, and how does it feel to come out with a victory against your buddy?
Yeah, I think, you know, look, we're all competitive people, and, you know, he's in my wedding, and we're really close. You know, we talked all week, and, you know, we talked before the game, and, you know, you just hug him after the game and wish him the best of luck, and, you know, in the States, and, you know, we'll talk tomorrow. But, you know, it's a big win. It's not about me and John, right? It's about both of our programs and, you know, how we build our programs, and you know, the goal is to win. And, you know, it sucks on the court that we have to play each other, but somebody's got to win, and I'm just glad it was us tonight.
Chris Rowntree, thanks for your time. Congratulations on another win in the Cathedral.
Thank you.
We'll see you Sunday.
See you Sunday. Thank you.
Chris Rowntree with us. Thanks to him for his time. We will take a break. And we will be with you shortly for game number 2. Bonner Prendergast, Newman Goretti coming up next. Father Judge, a winner again at the Palestra, coming back from 19-3. A game we'll be talking about for years and years to come. Huck Palmer, Carter Philman, Jack Burns on the camera. Thanks for being with us, everybody. Tune back in just a few minutes. Go to SFBN PPV. You're here already, certainly, but go to the link to the second game for Newman Goretti against Bonner Prendergast for the right to see who plays Father Judge on Sunday.